Mahalo everybody, Big Daddy here, Big Dick Ballistics coming at you today with a new flashlight from BRINYTE. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, my name is Big Daddy. I'm a police firearms instructor in the biggest department in the nation. If you can't figure it out, you shouldn't be a detective. But bringing you gun and gear reviews of that big dick energy. Check out my buddies, Medicine in Bad Places, Goldberg and McEnany, Dudes Gourmet, and the Rusty Cuffs podcast. Recently, I got a package in the mail and it just said Big Dick with my address on it. I didn't know what it was, so I opened it up and I saw it was some kind of flashlight. So we're doing this together for the first time. It's the BRINYTE XP22 Scorpion. So we're unboxing this together and we're gonna check it out. So from what I could see, it kind of looks like an Enforced WML with like a dual head. The packaging is kind of nice. It's pretty solid. It looks like and feels like a better version of an Enforced WML. It looks like it has that proprietary battery charging setup that Olight has, where you just put that magnetic piece in the front. It's got a thumb cap or a thumb switch for momentary, or it looks like, I don't know. So let's get this thing charged and we'll try and figure it out together. And I want you to get just this area right here with me, shining it that way. Get behind me so you can see the gun. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I go inside this
Hold it.
cold.
Alright guys, so while that's charging, we're going to make this weapon system safe. So safe direction, safety is on, source, and we're going to check that chamber. No brass candy, it's safe, clear, and empty. So this is a Daniel Defense M4A1. I love this fucking thing. I love cheese graters. They're awesome. I have that cram mount from Weapon Outfitters on a QD, on an ACOG, and this thing is awesome. Nice pin and welded 14.5. So I'm actually kind of impressed with this little thing. Reminds me of something from like Zenit Co. The housing 6061 T6 aluminum. Again, this model is the XP22 Scorpion. So it's a dual head LED, 1300 lumens. It says it has like a 200 meter plus throw. I actually just took it outside after I blinded myself with it to actually confirm that it's decent. And the way these heads are indexed, like you don't see two separate beams, you see one, even at distance. The candela is pretty good. It didn't say what the candela was, but it's definitely not a mod light or a Malkoff or a Z-Bolt, but I would say the candela is somewhere between like 20 and 30,000, which really isn't that bad. So yeah, 200 plus meter throw. It's quick charging. It says 2.5 hours for a full charges, which is pretty funny. Broken English, right? So it's got a thumb stud on the side with a spot for a slotted head. More so it looks like use a quarter or a piece of 9mm 223 brass. So we're going to put this on there. It's got different light settings. So it's got constant on. You double tap it. And then you have strobe. And it says it's user configurable. Now, I don't know what that means. Either you want it on strobe, steady on, or, you know, momentary. So whatever. But let's go ahead. We'll put that on. I want to try and get this on as far as possible for now, depending on my reach. That way I have no can shadow. It's actually pretty good. Compared to the Enforced WML, this is way better, way more responsive. It's pinching the corners of my thumbs, which isn't the worst thing because I have fat thumbs, but presentation from the high ready, depending on how close you are, what you're doing, up, the low ready, the short stock. This thing's pretty cool. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. See it?
Yeah.
there's no way from what it looks like to hook up a momentary switch, so that kind of sucks. Where if you did want to get it out of the way and keep it on the bottom, run an at pile, whatever on top, you could do that, but you can't, unfortunately. But it's got that Olight rechargeable system, so that's pretty neat. I'll put the details to follow below. It's got a charging indicator light, so if it's red, it's dead, right? If it's green, it's good to go. So check it out. I'll put all the information below. Again, thank you, BRINYTE, for sending this to me. I thought it said BRINTNY at first, but I'm a retard, so whatever. But I don't think you can go wrong with it, especially if you're into that wacky Strike Industries stuff. Again, this is actually really rugged and sturdy. It feels just as nice as my rail. The anodizing is a type 3 hard coat finish, so I don't know. It's not really scratching. I'm scratching my thumb on it. It's pretty good. So guys, check them out. Links will be below. Just a little taste of what we give you here at Big Dick Ballistics. So guys, remember, educate yourselves, your family, vote the right way, stay safe.